Oh, let's reset it first because we need the little jingle. Let's get the jingle. All right, that's enough jingling. Let's get it. Here we go. Here is the start of our Deathless run. And we hit C so we can do the little move a little bit faster. You can see that little 3 up there. That is the fastest speed. Start at 1, nice and slow. 2 is average. I don't like 2. It feels a little too slow, so we go to 3. All right. So last time, or on the last run, our Deathless was blown up by the stage 4 boss, as I had kind of expected. So we'll need to play a little more conservatively there, and it's just such a long boss fight. That's really the problem. And I kind of like relate that to this thing that I used to hear about Marvel 3. Like, that's a very offensive game, and at some point, you know, there's only so much you can block before you're gonna get hit with something. So, you know, and to me, like, that fight, that level 4 boss fight is exactly that. You know, you gotta be perfect in all your dodging. Otherwise, you're gonna get fucked that way. And you know, for me anyway, like I'm really not that good of a shmupper. I know this, despite what y'all are gonna try to say if you want to. Like, I'm not that good of a shmupper, and I can only dodge for so long before I make a mistake. So yeah, just gotta focus there and do whatever we need to get through that fight. Now, an interesting thing there is that I can use 3 bombs on that fight if I want to, but I can't use more than that because I want to make sure I have some bombs left for level 5. In particular, the sections with the spaceship coming from the left to get rid of the turrets as needed. So that's another thing that I also need to kind of consider in whatever strat I'm doing on that level 4 boss. So, because again, I am not that good to dodge all those guys, to dodge all the turrets from that spaceship. Memory and ability, learn the patterns, put you in place with most others. Do that's nah, yeah, okay. So, Cyrus, welcome in. Hello. Appreciate the compliment. I think a lot of it is I'm just a little stubborn about it too, and I don't think I've actually picked any really tough ones either. Yeah, I don't know. Like, this one is like, once I figured out that spot. Oh shit, I fucked it up. All right, so if you do not stand directly under him when he shoots the orange bullets, he will start hopping around like that. So yeah, we don't want that. Yeah, welcome in. Thank you. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I wonder if I had started playing shmups earlier. Like, maybe I could have cleared Dodonpachi by now. Because I really didn't start until about, you know, 4 years ago, when everything went to shit. It's besides the point. So yeah, I don't know. It's a thing. All right, go side to side, get rid of these red balls, and yeah, like it's really like for me, it's that being able to dodge long enough, you know, and like on the final boss, like on the final phase of the final boss, you know, I couldn't do all the dodging, and I couldn't find the pattern. You know, I found one safe spot in the corner, but it still wasn't that safe because I had to get out of the corners to do any damage. You know, someone else who called out the just slide a bit to the left, just a little bit left of center, and you're good. So as long as we can repeat that part, we're okay. But yeah, like no, I'm not that good, man. It's just what it is. All right. I finally realized that these are supposed to be trains. I let them scroll on screen a little bit longer, and I think like those things on the bottom, they're like tracks or something, and they're trains. All right, so this guy, just go back, weave back and forth, little wiggle from on the bottom if you have to reach both sides of the missiles. And we're not going to grab that this time. We're a little bit smarter. And like with this game, this game was fine. It was really up until that stage 4 boss and the one section in stage 5. On comparisons to Axelay with this one. That one I haven't played yet. See, it's a train. It's a train. Choo choo, motherfuckers. Alright. Got that. Okay. I'm trying to remember which one Axelay is. So one game that I would like to beat at some point and learn is Dragon Spirit, because the soundtrack is fucking bopping as shit. Great soundtrack, but holy fuck is that game difficult. Like, there are just so many gotchas in that game. Axelay was SNES Konami. Okay, I've got it confused with a different one. Alright, maybe we'll boot that one up after this. Yeah, I don't know what I don't know what the thought process was that day, but like I fired up Dragon Spirit on the Nintendo and the arcade ports the other day for Gravebook, and she's like, this soundtrack is actually good. And then I told her the story of how I'm an absolute moron and forgot that where I had heard the song was from fucking Taiko Drum Master. Oh boy. That was a silly one. Yeah, and also if you're not following the Cyrus Zeal, go follow Cyrus Zeal. He's a good dude and he'll do all sorts of cool stuff on real hardware. I do lots of not cool stuff on Mister. It's like one step up from a pie. There, I said it. But at least we're not going to Mars. Alright, where are the guys that come from the backside? Did we already get them? We already got them. Okay. Alright, boss 2. And we gotta try to remember to avoid those lasers. So we shoot. And just fuck off into the corner. Alright. Yeah, see, I got a Discord, so I stopped shitposting in everyone else's. If you'd like to join. Finally bullied into creating a Discord. Boy, let me tell you, this Discord and its permission settings, God, it's such a pain in the ass. Like, something it doesn't explicitly tell you is like, you know, all the roles being inherited. And that whole everyone, that whole everyone role. So like when I actually like tore it down, like did I join? I have no idea. I don't know. I can't remember if I sent you. I can't remember if I slipped in your DMs with one. But like those, gosh, those. I was very confused about what that everyone setting was. So like I thought I because it wasn't very clear, or I missed the documentation, which is very odd, which is very, very possible. I didn't realize that like all the permissions just end up stacking. Yeah, I don't know. It was very weird. It was very weird, and I don't want to do that ever again. And I realized the easiest way to do it is just put it on the absolute bare minimums and not even fucking bother with those, you know, besides like a moderator, a separate moderator role. and then tweaking it in like the specific channels, like for go lives or whatever. You need to leave like 100 monitor discords. I want to keep ones that are good. Man, okay. Like the other, like the biggest thing I hate about Discord is like it wants to fracture communities. It's terrible. Stack per category, yeah. Yeah, it's like I don't know. I did not have fun trying to sort out permissions on it. Like with roles and all that too. It's terrible. Right, what was I saying? Yeah, Discord. I really don't like Discord. I'll be honest. Like, just give me forums back. Give me good old forums that are that do not require an account to read and browse, and you only need an account to participate and to see all the porn subforums. That's all I want. Tired of everything being gatekeeped on a per Discord server level. Absolute terrible for information sharing. So by the way, I have a Discord. Love Discord. Wish you could have Discords under one large one. Exactly. Yep. Yep. I mean, technically it fits under the, I mean, technically, you know, like the way they have it designed, you know, is discordant and not very conducive to discourse. Oh my God. That was a Twitch because I'm not paying attention. Okay. So you need to shoot the little, so the hitboxes on these guys are actually really weird. So in the first phase, if you look at the wingtips there, when they were shooting the orange bullets, before you shoot those off, that is where their hitbox is, on the right on the tip of the wing. So if you're in the lower right corner, you will actually get hit when they move down there. Now, where is this hitbox when you're doing the second phase? I have no fucking idea. No idea. Discord lives up to its own name because it can never figure out how to notify the user. Damn right. You can have the window app closed and PC powered off, but notification will still fail to reach my phone. Yeah, for the longest time, like I had that problem. I just ended up just fucking uninstalling it and then reinstalling. It's terrible. Terrible. So I was actually talking to a coworker about this today too. You know, because he was complaining about how they were, you know, how apparently every type of Magic deck, you know, has its own server and it has its own Discord server. You know, so of course he's old and stubborn like me. You know, he just wants, you know, forums back. He's like, he said I bet forums would make a comeback if you could convince the JavaScript community that it was their idea. And I'm like, dude, it would never work, especially with the JavaScript community, because they don't believe in anything that's threaded. See, that's a JavaScript joke, but all right. Anyways, very bad joke. Tug probably would have appreciated that one. How you doing, Tug? Welcome in. How many PHP coders are still around? Lots of forums were invented on that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we gotta go up to here and then move to the right. Yep, all right. Oh my God. Get away from that orange ball. Okay, we have this pattern again, and then it's the next one. Yeah, what was it? PHPBB? Was that one of them? I mean, this probably says a lot about me, but I spent probably way too much time on, on Style Project and Something Awful forums in the early 2000s. Oops. But boy, at least the Something Awful forums gave me, I am protected. Yes, I am protected. But like I think the best thing that that either of those forums gave me was something awful that introduced me to oh fuck. Oh, I see it. I can't read that right now. I'm schmupping. I mean, I made a JavaScript threading joke, so I don't know. I think it was appropriate. Right. So the best thing that something awful ever introduced me to was WDMA. I know I'm not supposed to talk about it, but since I don't have an account there anymore, I can talk about it. And Big John's beef jerky out of fucking York, Pennsylvania. Oh man, that stuff is amazing. I remember at one point, like, I got another guy at my previous gig. Mangosteen juice, is that what it's called now? Interesting. All right, sorry, I'm gonna have to shut up here while I try to sort this boss out, because this is where we're probably gonna die. All right, so I guess really quickly to just follow up on that story. Big John's beef jerky. At my previous gig, I had told someone else about it too. And so we were getting fucking jerky delivered into the office. Like, just the same, you know, they're shipping them just in USPS flat rate boxes and just, you know, jerky. And finally, like, the office admin at the time, she's like, what the fuck are you guys doing getting jerky delivered to the office? It can't be that good, can it? So I opened a pack of the jerky in the office. Let her try it. She ate her words and my jerky. It was that good. Shout out Big John's beef jerky. All right. So here we go. We're doing the crazy movement here. Don't like this boss. Just watching for the red and blue shit. Because giant hitbox. All that other stuff. All right. Almost. I didn't even know you were in chat, man. I had no idea you were even in chat. I was just voicing my displeasure about Discord and why I'm old and prefer forums. All right? Look. I was not trolling you for that one. Just saying. All right. Act 5, speaking of trolls, you need to move forward and make sure you have homing missiles upgraded for the back shot, otherwise those guys will ruin your fucking day as soon as you spawn in. Famously shilled mangosteen juice and the whole form roasted him for months. I don't remember that part. Like, I'll admit, like, when I was on Something Awful, I spent a lot of time in those, in that one forum with the links. So, okay. Shut up again here. This part sucks. This part is terrible, especially since you don't have the shield yet. Let's hit that there. Okay. We are safe. Okay, we're safe. We should get a shield here. Oh my god, almost ran into that one. Right, there's our shield. Actually, almost took another hit there. Holy smokes. Alright. Discord is also a bloated Electron app. I'm a JS fan. That's a horrible way to test up anything. Yeah. Not a fan. Not a fan. Like I said, really, like my even beyond that part, it's just that Discord really, like, I swear it's a cool replacement for Facebook groups, but now we're just segmenting everything else. Whatever. By the way, I have a Discord. Join my Discord. So yeah, necessary evil or something like that, right? Okay, one. Just use it there. Okay, When all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. Yeah. Okay. Boss 5. Again, we're just going to stand in the middle, wiggle left and right until he brings out his hockey stick, then stay in the middle until he moves backwards with his hockey stick. When he moves backwards with his hockey sticks, we move to the left and or the right. I prefer the right. I don't know why. All right, so here we go. Missiles. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Okay, we are watching his right hand for the hockey stick. There's the hockey stick. Move to the right. Repeat. You know how Chrome eats lots of room? Why don't we make every app Chrome? Yeah, it's true. Okay, we are on to the last level. We're looking good, though every once in a while the green lobsters here will fuck my shit. So we still need to be careful. All right, the purple spermies. We are in intestines. All right, green lobsters. Oh my god, give me my shield. Okay. That is the worst of it, I suppose. Chrome is not a web browser. It is a virtual machine that happens to render web pages. Yep. See, we've come full circle. We were talking about links earlier. You know, that old terminal browser app. So we've come full circle to talking about browsers. All because Discord sucks. Okay. Let's grab our bombs. All right, more purple spermies. Okay. You can't tell me otherwise. That's not what they are. Okay, more green lobsters. All right, green lobsters are finished. There is definitely some sort of blast processing, but ain't no quitter here. Okay. Now we have our mini boss rush. Okay, here's the first one. Second one, a little wiggle wiggle. Wiggle, 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 yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think there are more effective ways to not get pregnant. You know, everything is definitely worth a try. Okay. Boringest boss ever in a video game. We're gonna move up and then we're gonna move down. All right. Move up, shoot, get out of the way. Now we move down, shoot, get out of the way. I hate this fight. It's so bad. So this fight would go faster with the red laser weapon, but then you would die to everything else afterwards. So we stick with this this little multi-shot here. Yep, still need to move. So we learned last time that you can actually die after the boss is already dead if you're still stuck when it does the little, if it has one more little collapse phase. Now we're gonna stand the fuck over here and just watch and react to the arms. Oh god, that made me flinch. Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. And we do the little move around, circle back. Gosh, every time I think about the phrase circle back, I just think Jen Psaki. I'm not gonna lie, I had a huge crush on Jen Psaki of all people. Alright. If I had to guess, it's because of the way she emasculated all of the Fox News reporters when she was press secretary. So fucking hot. Alright. We're just gonna sit here, we'll use our bombs, and then we'll roll credits, and that'll be the Deathless run of Verytex. Wherein we've talked about Chrome, JavaScript, butt sex, and my weird crush on Jen Psaki. Okay. Yep. We're just waiting for things to die at this point. We're so very safe spot compared to that upper left corner. Very, very boring. We're just sitting here. I'm not gonna fucking move because I've got the Deathless here. We're gonna get this fucking Deathless. Yep, still waiting. Everything will die eventually. We can, you know, the eyes are slowing down. The frequency of the beams are slowing. See, there we go. There we go. There we go. Any second now. Come on, baby. See, my ex-wife used to say that I will find ways to ruin the joy out of everything. And like, this is a perfect example here. I'm just sitting here in the corner, just doing this. Now, of course, the context of that was playing Yahtzee. So like, I'd actually never played Yahtzee until I was like in my mid-30s. I don't know why. I've just never played Yahtzee. The first time I played Yahtzee, I'm like running through all that shit in my head going, oh man, well, if I got this, I can re-roll once. And, you know, I need to make sure that I spend it on the higher, you know, on the lower probability rolls first, you know? So yeah, I don't know. On the cut pixel in this boss fight. Yeah. So yeah. I'll take that as a GG. Thanks for GG. No, so what we found like last time was that those eyes on the right side actually did not shoot towards the left for some fucking reason. It was only like the eyes at the very top. And like I could tell that there was probably a safe spot somewhere. So, you know, it was first thing was, all right, we tried the upper left and right corners, and the upper left corner was because like if you use external turbo, then like the game prioritizes shots down into the right versus down into the left or front and top or whatever. So I figured, all right, let's do that and let's prioritize our external turbo fire. And then like, you know, and then as I you know, so then someone in my Discord, see, by the way, join the Discord server. Someone said that there's an even safer spot down the bottom, just off to the left. So, you know, so I started like watching my own replay when I was up in the corner, like looking at it and going, holy shit, there actually is, you know. So, and of course, see, join the Discord. And then, you know, he attached a screenshot, you know, and I took a look at it, you know, I like Wednesday during lunch, you know, I fired it up just to see what was going on. And oh, there it is, safe spot. And it's fucking huge because those eyes on the right do not shoot down into the left. So all you have to do is worry about those flames. The what do you call it? Missiles will eventually hit, done. I can probably move up a little bit as well, maybe a bit further to the right, but I don't know. It's safe enough, and there it is. All right.